This morning, I hired an entire marketing department, a conversion specialist, a copy chief, an SEO lead, a pricing strategist, even a cold email writer who knows that a two-word subject line gets 60% more opens, 47 hires in total, and my payroll is $0 because the entire team lives inside one GitHub repository. That repo crossed 39,000 stars in under 6 months. And it is not a list of prompts. It is 275,000 words of real marketing playbook, the length of 3 novels written by a marketer who ran growth for over 100 startups. I installed it this morning and put it to work on a real page, and some of the output genuinely shocked me. So let me walk you through the building, floor by floor. First, the uncomfortable truth. Building the product is no longer the hard part. Getting anyone to care is, and the people who solve that problem professionally are expensive. A decent agency retainer runs thousands of dollars a month. A good head of growth costs 6 figures a year. So most builders end up doing their own marketing badly at 11 p.m. guessing. That is exactly the gap this repository closes. The repo is called Marketing Skills by Corey Haynes. He ran growth at Barometrics, consulted for more than 100 startups, and runs a conversion agency today. Each of the 47 skills is just a markdown file. Think of it as an employee handbook, so specific that when Claude reads it, Claude becomes that employee. Rules, numbers, checklists, worked examples. He wrote his entire playbook down and then he gave it away. MIT licensed, free forever. Hiring the whole team takes one command. Type npx skills add, then the repo name. It detects your coding agent and installs every skill into your project. One gotcha the README itself warns about. If you ask Claude Code to install this for you, the skills can land in a folder Claude Code never reads. Pass the agent flag explicitly, and everything lands in the right place. And from that moment, you never call anyone by name. You just describe your problem in plain English. Say, help me get more signups. And the conversion specialist walks in. Say, write my launch emails, and the copy chief takes over. Claude matches your request to the right handbook automatically. 47 employees, 1 door, 0 meetings. Floor 1, the foundation. And here is the part almost everyone skips. The most important hire in this building is the product marketing skill, because every other skill in the repo checks its work before doing anything. It interviews you about your product, your audience, your competitors, and your customers' exact words. Then it writes everything into a single context file with 12 sections: positioning, personas, objections, even the 4 forces that make customers switch or stay. Skip this hire, and the other 46 employees guess about your product. Spend 20 minutes with it, and everything downstream sounds like it was written by someone who has worked at your company for years. There is even a shortcut. Tell it to autodraft the file from your repo and your landing page. Then just correct what it got wrong. This one file is the difference between generic AI output and work you can actually ship. Floor 2, conversion. This is the first department I tested. I built a landing page for a fake project management tool called Task Pilot. And I deliberately loaded it with the mistakes I see on real startup pages every single week. A buzzword headline, pricing hidden behind contact sales, a learn more button that links to nowhere. Then I said one sentence, audit this page. The audit came back brutal and specific. 5 problems, ranked by severity. Number 1, the call to action. It wrote, learn more is the weakest verb there is. It promises effort, not value. And a dead link converts at exactly 0%. It called the mail to pricing button extreme friction. It flagged the word flexible as a red flag that means we will size the price to you. And then it rewrote the entire hero section without being asked. The old headline said revolutionary project management solution. The new one says ship projects on time without the status meeting overhead. Concrete outcome. Named pain. A call to action that removes risk instead of promising homework. The skill's own rule is that a visitor should understand your page within 5 seconds. This rewrite passes. Floor 3, the copy department. The copywriting skill carries a full bank of headline formulas with the psychology behind each one. And it enforces style rules at the level of single words. Use, not utilize. Help, not facilitate. Delete the word streamline from your vocabulary entirely. Its favorite weapon is specificity. Instead of save time on your workflow, it writes cut your weekly reporting from 4 hours to 15 minutes. But the cold email skill next door is where the data gets scary. Its reference files read like a lab report. 2-word subject lines get 60% more opens than 5-word ones. Emails under 75 words get 83% more replies. And putting the prospect's first name in the subject line actually drops replies by 12% because it smells like automation. I asked it to pitch Task Pilot to agency operations leads. It wrote an 85-word email with a lowercase 2-word subject line. Client status chaos. And then it did something I did not expect. It refused to fake the case study. It marked the proof point as required before sending and wrote, a cold email with a fake metric is worse than one with no metric. A free repo with better ethics than half the growth gurus on this platform. Before we take the elevator to floor 4, there is one envelope on the desk, and this one is addressed to you. It is the only job offer in this building that pays nothing and still matters. Real talk. 90% of you watching haven't subscribed. On Facebook, subscribe is the supporter button. That is what keeps the lights on here. On YouTube, it's free, and it tells the algorithm to send you more. Subscribe to support us. Offer signed, Floor 4. Floor 4, Search. The SEO audit skill is the single biggest handbook in the building, and it is full of hard numbers. Page titles between 50 and 60 characters. Largest contentful paint under 2.5 seconds. Every important page within 3 clicks of home. But the skill next door is the one that got my attention. AI SEO. Its opening line is the whole strategy in one sentence. Traditional SEO gets you ranked. AI SEO gets you cited. It cites actual research on what makes AI systems quote you. Adding citations lifts your visibility by around 40%. Statistics, 37. Direct quotations, 30. And keyword stuffing actively hurts you now. It tells you to keep key passages between 40 and 60 words, so ChatGPT can lift them cleanly. And my favorite move, it tells you to publish a plain markdown pricing file on your website because AI agents are becoming buyers. If a robot cannot read your pricing, it recommends your competitor instead. Oh, and buried in this department, there is a file about hiding your AI's fingerprints. It calls the EM dash the unofficial signature of ChatGPT writing, and it sets an actual quota. More than one per page, revise. A repo built for AI, teaching AI to write less like AI. I have never seen that in a marketing course. Floor 5, the boardroom. This is the newest skill in the repo, and the most creative thing I have seen all year. Marketing Council convenes a simulated board of 12 legendary advisors. Seth Godin, David Ogilvy, Alex Hormozy, April Dunford, Rory Sutherland, Byron Sharp. Each one runs on a dossier of their real published frameworks. And the skill has one non-negotiable rule. Every session must seat at least one designated dissenter. Because, in its own words, a council that agrees is a mirror, not a board. I asked the council one question. Should Task Pilot launch freemium or with a 14-day trial? Hormozy argued that free users do not prove value, payment does. Dunford warned that a free tier positions you on Trello's strongest turf. And Sharp, the designated dissenter, pushed back that a new brand's real enemy is having too few buyers. The verdict came back 5 lenses to 1. Launch with a trial. And it even defined a tripwire for reversing the decision if trial signups stall within 90 days. That is a strategy session agencies bill thousands for, simulated in 4 minutes. And it is honest about what it is. Every session opens with a disclaimer that these takes are built from published frameworks, not the real people. The dossiers even document their heroes' failures, including Gary Halbert's prison term. No hero worship, just frameworks. Floor 6. Growth. The marketing loop skill turns all of this into a self-running department. More than 40 recurring loops, each with a schedule attached. A weekly keyword gap check. Ad fatigue every 3 days. Churn signals daily. But read its safety rules and you realize how sane this thing is. It says, most runs should do nothing. A healthy loop checks, finds nothing worth acting on, and exits. And it literally bans the phrase, set it and forget it. Next door, the marketing ideas skill holds a library of proven tactics. And this is where I caught the repo's only lie. The README says 140 ideas. I counted. It is 139. That is genuinely the worst thing I found all day. And idea number 10 alone, parasite SEO, publishing on high authority platforms that rank faster than your own domain, is worth the install. There are 138 more where that came from. And that is the building. 47 employees across 6 floors, 275,000 words of playbook. Every single one works for free. Screenshot this org chart because the next time someone tells you, we need to hire a marketer, you can answer with one image and one install command. But before you go, here are the 3 briefs I would hand this team tonight. Brief 1. Run product marketing first and tell it to auto-draft your context file from your repo and landing page. 20 minutes, once, forever. Brief 2. Paste your landing page and say, audit this for conversions. You get the ranked list. Quick wins first. Brief 3. Take your hardest decision to the marketing council and ask them to seat a dissenter. Then watch 6 legends argue about your pricing. All 3 briefs are in the free PDF below, word for word. Now, the fine print, because I promised you honesty. These skills do not replace taste. The output is a strong first draft from a very well-trained employee, and you are still the editor. They cannot press send. Your ads, your emails, your launches still need you to execute. The council is a simulation, not the actual humans. The one bill in the building is your Claude subscription. And everything downstream is only as good as that product marketing file. So do floor 1 first. What this repo actually replaces is the blank page. And the blank page was the expensive part. I packed the whole tour into one free PDF. The $0 marketing department. The full org chart of all 47 skills mapped to the human role each one replaces. The 3 briefs word for word, the install commands, and the gotchas. Comment the word CMO, and I will send it to you, or grab it from the link in the description. And if you are just getting started, my step-by-step beginner guides for Claude Code are linked down there too. We are on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram as Hyperautomation Labs. So follow wherever you are watching. Stop renting marketers. Start hiring handbooks. I will see you on the next floor.